All right, so took the vortex off. Didn't really want to bother with taping that. Because it's got the dials and one of them MOA marks on it. I just figured 2 bolts, 2 screws, it's just easier to just take it off and leave it black. I actually gotta clip my, gotta get rid of this. It's just your, when you chrono your gun every 2 weeks, that just lets you know that, lets the refs know or staff know in the field that your gun is tuned or it's not overpowered, you don't have anything crazy going on with it. So what I like to do is I just kind of like to string these things up. I do this with my real rifles too. I probably do this with almost every freaking rifle I own. I'm not really big into safe queens, and I don't really like black guns. I think they stick out in my opinion. And any one of my rifles I own, even if it's like one of my Bravo companies or arrows or whatever, I don't really care. I paint them anyway. So yeah, we're gonna get a base. We're gonna go over this and get another base on here. I got my can of Cammo paint. This stuff is great. It holds up pretty well. You can go buy it at Walmart. Probably $6-7 a can or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But it's pretty much got your array of earth tones that you need to pull off a good camouflage job. There's other companies out there that sell paint, little bit higher end paint, if you will. And there's one company, I forget if it's Geisley, it may be Geisley. So some channels, well, it might have been Lucas TXR. I was watching him paint his guns, or one of them the other night. One of these, I'm pretty sure it's Geisley. Correct me if I'm mistaken on that, or I have to go back and watch. But they're making their own paint too, rattle can spray paint, just like these. But I don't, $6-7. I have never really had any issues with this. I mean, this coating's held up for about a year and a half, a little over a year, about a year and a half. With some pretty abusive play, so. And it's just now time to go ahead and go over it and throw another coat on it. So I'm not complaining about that stuff. So what base color do I want to do? That is the question. What base should we do? Decisions. Do we start with the black? Or do we start with a white, a lighter color like this khaki, and come back over with OD green and black? Actually, I'm gonna throw, where's my tape? Gotta get my tape. Ooh, the fire's putting off a lot of smoke. Alright, I'm just gonna go over this real quick. And I'm not going to get real crazy about taping this thing up, but just enough to kind of cover it. Gets a little bit on there. I'm not gonna cry about it. Let's get these. How do these sights go up again? I forget. I don't even use these things. All right, there we go. We're ready to give her a good base color, new base color. So I'm gonna go khaki. So I'm gonna do a khaki base, or a flat dark earth base, whatever you want to call this. Hopefully this shit still wants to spray. I've had these cans for probably over a year or two, but and we just go over it real light. You know, you just want to kind of get a tack coat going. That's going to give your next 1 or 2 coats that you get on this thing something to really stick to, since we're not going to really prep this thing with any solvents, or obviously I'm not going to take sandpaper to it. It's not a Ferrari. Hopefully I'm not overspraying my Blackstone. What if I am? Whatever. Not a big deal. Not going to cry about that neither. So just a nice little dust coat like so. Trying to get in between those controls real nice. I don't even know why I bothered to hit the back of the buttstock. That's the first part of it that's gonna wear out. But yeah, we'll give this a few minutes just to flash off, kinda. Oop, we're gonna get this grip in here. Almost forgot that. Real crazy part, you just kind of want to avoid spraying too much. Don't get too much overspray into your mag well where the hop up is. Kind of avoid getting crazy in there, because obviously you don't want dried up paint all over your hop up. That probably won't be good. Or the bucking in there, that could prematurely wear your bucking out. In my opinion, I could just be talking shit. I don't really know a whole lot about these fucking airsoft guns, man. You put a real M4 in my hand, I'll be able to, I can field strip it, knock every roll pin out of it, and build you a complete AR or whatever you want. Whether that be, you know, simple gas operated gun or piston operated gun, doesn't matter. AKs, I know a lot about real guns, but I'm still learning about the airsoft gun world, between the difference between, you know, the AEG, which this is obviously an electric gun, you know, your gas blowbacks, and your, you know, the HPA guns, which everybody says are the best. But me, at the end of the day, I feel like it's, I mean, I had an opportunity to shoot one of those the other day, and I did really like the trigger response on it. But it's still feel like at the end of the day, man, it's a personal preference thing. So, all right, we'll let that flash off, and then we'll be back in a few minutes. So we're gonna put probably 1 or 2 more little tack coats on there of that flat dark earth, and then we'll start moving into our patterns. Still kind of undecided what I want to do with patterns, but we'll figure it out when we get there. All right, see ya. All right, back for another tack coat. Kind of taking my time, even though this is Central Florida, Gulf Coast. Today we're actually just got a cold front, so right now up back here, up back of the house, outside, it is about 62. About 62 degrees, so gotta be a little bit more patient when you're under 70, 75 degrees with rattle can, because it just doesn't flash off as fast as you would like. As the saying goes, it's like watching paint dry. Watching paint dry. But if you're too impatient, what will happen is when you go to grab this, even, you know, a couple weeks later on, that paint's just gonna come right off your hand. So just gotta give it a second for it to flash and set up, and then we can move on. So we're good to go now. Moving on. A little dust. And this is, again, real easy. It's just these little dust coats we're doing. You don't have to get crazy. Don't sit there and hold it right over the frickin', you know, you don't gotta stay in one spot with the frickin' sprayer with the press. That's how you start getting runs and sags all over the place, and it looks like shit. So just these quick little simple dust coats, just to get coverage, and then stop. That's it. There we go. That's coat 2. All right, so we'll give that about 7 to 10 minutes to flash. And then we'll get the starter coat on it, and then start doing our patterns.
First and second story.
I'm excited. It's been a minute since this gun's had paint on it, like I said. So might do the saw too, because the saw's a little light in my opinion. So I'm going light first because I don't want to end up light. So I'm gonna obviously come over this with the when we pattern it. Those are gonna be darker colors, the black and the green, and then we may come like a little dust coat with the net to top it off. But we are in Florida, so I want it to end up on a little bit of the darker side, more leaning towards that green-brown side. I don't want this so light, because here the vegetation, that's gonna stick out like a sore thumb, and that's not good. We don't want that. But yeah, we'll give this a few more minutes. Let that second coat tack off or flash off, and then we'll be back for the third final base coat, and then we'll move on to the patterns. All right, last and final coat here. We are getting ready to start doing the camo pattern here. But yeah, let's get this finished out. One more little dust coat, just like so. Get this stock really good. Again, you don't have to get too crazy with your base or your camo pattern, really. Just real light. Exactly. Real light. That's it.
don't have a choice to see me.
I don't mind seeing you naked.
On the rails.
Seeing me naked is a completely different story. Nobody really wants that.
Voila. That's our base.
I think so.
Cool. We'll give that a minute. And I think I'm gonna, my first lead, actually, what the hell is that? Actually, no, this stuff does work good. I remember I had to use this. I think my first camo pattern is gonna be done with black, and then I'm gonna lead into, and then I'm gonna roll into the OD green. That should give me a perfect, that should give me a good contrast. Good contrast for here, Florida, where most of my gameplay's done. Conceal this thing real nice. Cool. All right, I'll be back. We're gonna untie this thing once this is flashed off. Get over here on the cardboard and start doing the camo work on it. Coolio. All right, so we're back in this cold air that we're getting here in Central Florida. It does seem like this thing is flashed off enough to where we can kind of handle it a little bit, get it on the cardboard, and start doing our camo. So we are going to gingerly untie this thing, and if we screw it up, it's kind of hard to do with camo, but if we screw it up, we'll do it again. Right? But I think we're all right. So we're gonna take that, let that guy slip out of there, and we're gonna lay the first side down like so, and then take our handy dandy laundry net. If you guys are wondering how to do this, just go to Walmart, buy yourself a 99-cent or $1.99. It's like $2, couple bucks. You get yourself a cheap laundry bag like this. Split it in half. Lay it over your project like so. Sometimes you kind of want to just get
I won't forget to line up my fucking bag.
a little tension on it. Kind of get it tight so the pattern takes. You know, because if you leave it too loose, certain areas are going to end up with is just a blob of whatever color you were spraying on it. Get the effect. And sometimes as you're spraying, you may have to just kind of go through it with your fingers, push down in certain areas and that get a little tighter. But yeah, I'm actually gonna go with OD green first, and then probably the second coat of camo we'll do with the black. But yeah, we're gonna start with green. The OD green here. Ranger green. This is OD green. It's like more of an OD green. Swamp green, Florida green. So we'll start right there. Start on the stock. Start right there, boom. And come on across. And we'll just kind of lift that up. Peel that back. May have to come back over in certain areas, but overall, it's already looking pretty good. Looking pretty dope. I'm gonna get the receivers a little bit better.
I see, I'm almost right across.
Nice. Now we'll get the top. Sling this thing over real quick. Get it spread out. I'm a little tangled. I'm tangled.
Second story hospital. Friendly. Right.
Stay. Cool. Stay again. All right, let's pull that back. Righteous. Righteous, righteous, righteous. All right, left side. go back over this top. Just so you can get a little bit of coverage on that left side there. And sling this back over. And that's pretty much all you got to do. Oop, he's leaning on me. Lay that back on its side. Get some dusting in there. A little tight on the receiver.
Yeah, I got it.
A little dusting in there.
I have it. I'm going real well.
Let's see what that looks like.
No, I got it.
Dope.
I'm still up. I got that guy on the corner.
Pretty cool.
Huh? Yeah.
No, I got this. So we can just kind of carry on right there. I think what I'm gonna do is section it in black. Like sections. One there to the receiver.
Yeah, I pushed him
One
back.
there to the stock. So I'll put the cap back on this so I'm not getting confused about what color we're spraying here. Should probably do this with this one too. Oh, dud. I had a feeling that was gonna be a dud. That can's kind of old. All right, that's all right. We got this backup can. That'll work.
They're flanking right to the right side near the power lines now. They're going to flank to the right side of the power lines now.
Oh, you know what? This has got the better tip on it anyway. So let's see. Let's make sure it's still good to go. Yep, good to go. All right, let's give this a nice dusting. In here, like I said, I want to do that section. Do it in sections here. It's gonna be kind of liberal with this coat.
Watch that front.
Then we're gonna go right through here. Hey. Oh, dogs are going nuts. For some weird reason. They're always barking. Why do they ever bark? I don't know. Because they're dogs. That's what they do.
Yep.
And as you can see is my whole backyard is a golf course. So we get a lot of coyotes. We get a lot of fucking weird animals. We got gators and coyotes and snakes and all kinds of shit that run through here. People let their dogs out on a golf course too. So
Irrigation pipe, the big black pipe.
at least mine aren't necessarily excessive. Especially considering I got 3 of them. 3 large breed dogs. They're not too bad with the barking, but sometimes I get carried away. Anyhow, that was kind of a liberal heavy coat, so I want to give that a second kind of flash off here, but we're going to go like so. So we're going to flip it directly over. I didn't want to face it this way because I'm going to come across the same pattern, right? So it matches both sides with the angle that I did. So the same thing. And I just want to kind of get used to practicing how to fan or to feather your paint. So you see how I do when I get good coverage? Some people want to spray paint like this. Now look what starts to happen. See how quick that builds up? And what starts to happen, and especially if you have angles, not just a flat surface like so, but if you have all these little angles and stuff, that paint will build up so quick it'll start to run and sag. And you got all these runs and sags all over the place. Looks like shit. So get used to kind of, you know, like so. Just this fanning, if you can. This is gonna give you a good little pattern and a good consistent coverage. Good consistent coverage without having to worry about your runs and sags being all over the place. All right. So I got our blacks in there. I'm gonna go over the top, sling that over the top. And forgive me, I am getting over being sick here too, so my voice is still. This has been like 2 weeks. I've been like sick for like a little over 2 weeks now. It just like will not go away. It's so crazy. But yeah, a little bit of black. Try to hinge that on the rails, on the top rail there on the handguard. We'll get that real nice.
I need a medic.
And I think what we're gonna do is this.
They're right here. They're right here in the shipping line. Right here. On both out.
I'm gonna leave this. Try to leave this up.
Just standing there. I don't even know if he's hit or up. Is Kronk still alive?
I don't know. I'm not sure if Kronk's still alive.
Kronk, are you still alive? Alright, there are guys in that shipping colony. That's right where you were standing like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, sorry. Checking out my video here. Yeah, I thought I'm gonna give that a minute. Let that dry, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back in with some green here. Yeah, we're gonna come back in with some green because you can see this is still yielding a lot of tan. We kind of want to kill some of that, even though I like it as the base to get a little effect for the base, but I want a little bit more green in there to kind of just hide this thing. See, if you can see the contrast, if I'm holding this up, and it's not bad, but if you can see these bushes that I have in my backyard here, these trees, whatever these are called, I think they're, I don't know, my girlfriend knows the name of them. She's really good about plants. I forget. Anyhow, but this is pretty much like this type of green here, like these light browns and these deep greens is typically Florida. So kind of want to get a little bit more green in it and get a little closer to this. But this is looking good. I'm happy with it. It's cool. Very cool. All right, so
I want to roll back around this ship.
I'm gonna give this a second to flash because I don't want to keep. I got a little scuff on here. I want to keep putting the laundry net over it, creating all these little weird scratches and nicks in it because it's fresh paint. So give this a few minutes and we'll be back and we'll go back into it with some green. All right, back again. Going along smoothly. So we're just gonna place this down on the side. And instead, so you can see out of black, I did sections 1, 2, 3. So what we're gonna do with the green, so we're gonna bring the green in over the whole gun again. Entire gun, the green. See if I can spread this thing out. This laundry bag's getting kind of crusty from all the use that it's seen from painting guns. I feel like it's probably going to be a good idea to go pick ourselves up another one amongst our next Wally World trip. If they still even have these things, which I'd imagine they should. They shouldn't. I don't foresee them ever just not selling laundry bags, but I don't know. Walmart's a weird place. A lot of weird people. Pull that over. So it's gonna kind of bind. Trying to get that there. All right. Come on. These caps are so fucking weird sometimes. All right. And what's more green? We gotta get that front of that mag well. Unwrap. Giving us our, it's kind of coming out with a pretty cool effect. Kind of spin this guy. Let's get that on the top there. Gotta get out from that like seam. It's kind of annoying. There we go. We got a lot of binding back here. Oh, hold on, I gotta spread this out. No, that's not gonna fly. There we go. There we go. That'll work. Some dusting into that. Shazam. And now we're ready to go to that side. A little green on this. And let's see. Let's bring it over to the light a little bit more. See how our pattern came out. So that's like a pretty cool effect.
What's that?
Have you seen Holiday?
Who's Holiday?
Arrowhead Cammo.
I have not.
So we got a little bit of like the netting, like that
Yeah, I'm not sure where he went.
cryptic pattern in there, if you will. It's not crazy. Just enough to kind of break it up. You know, get into them woods. Kind of what you want. I know it's dark, you guys. You may have a hard time picking this up, but I think what I could do, now that we got that, we kind of killed a lot of that dark earth. I can come back into this, keep that net real tight, and just do the black again. Going back over with the black.
Right next to you. You peel that corner, you'll live right in.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go real cryptic with the black here. Come on, God, these caps, man. These caps are so weird. Somebody's yelling in my neighborhood. Whiskey, get this cap off. Never mind, got it. All right, so we're gonna keep real tight pattern here. And there it is.
They're coming in from behind us now.
There it is. Back to this side. Again, we want to get this tight because we really want that last pattern to stick like the other side did. Oops. Tight pattern there. Saber's always tricky because you have the charging handle and the sights that are sticking up. Mag release and the safety. Keep wanting to push that net off there. That's all right, we got it. Walk this down to the handguard on the barrel. Now we'll do the top, and that'll be done. That will be done. This rail, top of this rail section, nice little shake. That stuff real nice. All right, I'm gonna take this thing inside. Where it's a little warmer. And that is our finished, repainted M4 Combat Master G&G. I like it. That will blend nicely in the environment that I'm pretty much in all the time. This thing. So right on. Thanks for hanging out and painting with me. But I just wanted to do a quick little video because I was bored and this thing needed some paint. But till the next episode, we'll be hopefully this upcoming Saturday we'll be out there in the field getting it in. All right, kids. See ya.